What's up, Two Flat? What's up, rest of the world? The rest of the globe, how you doing? But now, this is the answer back from Two Flat. Trying to get him. Hopefully, I can explain this to you so you can get how this works and why water don't go down this curve that you keep mentioning. So, draw the Earth like this. Let's see. Let's mix it up some. We're gonna make this north, east, south, and west. Doing it like this because it really don't matter which cardinal direction you use. There is no up and down when it comes to this right here. There is no up. South is not up. North is not up. South is not down. North is not down. So since this is north, we're gonna pretend like we're in Alaska. There's mountains in Alaska. I've been on top of one of them. One of the small ones, not the huge motherfuckers. Them hoes is huge. I mean, like they in the clouds. Okay, here's Canada, right? Alaska's connected to Canada, so we're gonna say this is Canada. Here's America, crappy version, upside down from my view of America. Mexico, South America. I ain't even got enough room for Antarctica down there. Antarctica ain't that close, but this ain't the scale. That don't matter. It's a mountain in Alaska, a real tall mountain in Alaska. I don't even remember the name of it, but it's a crazy mountain by the Matanuska valleys. I used to live kind of little, not that far from it. I lived in the valley, but water. Focus. All right. When it comes to rivers and the way rivers flow, we know the Mississippi goes through the United States. There's the Great Lakes up here. Mississippi flows south into the Gulf. Michigan, I believe, has the Saginaw, some river. Saginaw, I think is believed. I'm not sure. I suck at names. It's the Saginaw River, and the Saginaw River flows north. So, the reason I'm doing it like this is because down, water flows in the direction gravity pulls it down. Water flows downhill. You don't believe in gravity, but either way, it doesn't matter because water flows downhill. You've never seen water flow uphill. This is a natural observation. I don't understand why y'all deny gravity when it's a natural observation. Alright? I know why y'all deny it, because it won't work on a flat earth. If gravity exists, that means flat earth is impossible. So I understand why y'all deny it. I don't just understand how y'all deny it, because it's pretty obvious. Gravity. But anyway. So water flows in north, west, east, south. It flows in every direction. It doesn't matter. It flows in all directions. But it flows downhill. Which way is downhill? The way gravity points. The way the arrows, I would just show the arrow, but I showed that last time on the last video. There's no reason for me to show the arrows this time. So, if a mountain in Alaska, it flows down, whatever, goes into the valley and flows out to where a glacier is or whatever like that, and then levels out. All this is water. So, what makes you think, damn, that just got real ugly. What makes you think water will flow this way? Down. Why would it flow sideways? You say gravity doesn't keep water from flowing, but gravity is the reason water flows. It is the reason. It's not density. You know what I'm saying? So water don't flow to the bottom. At this point, north is the bottom. Water ain't gonna flow that way. Even if I turn it this way for you, water does not flow south. Water flows down. So it doesn't matter where the mountain is, like that, it's still gonna go down the mountain. Water falls with gravity. It drops in elevation. It doesn't go up in elevation. You never see water flow up in elevation. And if you do, please let me know. And I'm talking about H2O. And I ain't talking about a super fluid, like super hydrogen and all that stuff. Super fluids, yeah, they crawl up stuff. That's true. But water does not flow uphill. It is against nature. It is against our observations. We never see it happen. And if you do see it happen, let me know. So, if water always flows downhill, what makes you think it's going to flow all of a sudden to the side, go to the bottom, collect at the bottom of the earth? Do you understand the bottom of the earth is beneath your feet, toward the mantle, toward the core? This is earth. We stand on top of the earth. Golly, that sucks. We stand on top of the earth. We stand on top of the earth. Ignore the fact that this is certain. Pretend like we cut the earth in half. You have the mantle, the crust, and all that stuff, and then the core. The core, this is the bottom of earth. That is the bottom of earth. The core, the middle of the earth is the bottom. So water flows toward the bottom as much as it can. Remember, like an ocean, for instance. The ocean goes into the ground, goes deep, and it's filled up with water. It levels out. Tell like this is the earth cut in half. So there is this side right here don't exist. We cut it in half. So this is the inside of the earth. The bottom is here. The top is here. Well, really, the top will be on the top of a mountain or something. But you know what I'm saying? We stand on top of the earth. Another thing, when it comes to, get another piece of paper here. I should have been more prepared for this. I should have pre-did this, but whatever. I got finished eating. The itis is kicking in. Alright. So, a plane. This is Earth. Let's say 200 feet, 400 feet, blah, blah, blah. You know, whatever. If a plane is flying right here, going this way, if there's not any lift to push it up, it's not gonna go. See, doing this right here is going up. This is going up in elevation. I'll get these shadows out the way. Okay, when I draw this line going straight like this, it's going up in elevation. That means it requires thrust to do that. So it's not going to do that and then go like that. It's not going to do that. Because it requires thrust to do that, first of all. If you don't have the thrust, it's going to stay level all the way around. Because you don't have the thrust to go any higher. You're going to stay, let's say they're flying at 350 feet. Unless you add thrust, 350 feet. So, unless you add thrust to this plane, it is going to stay level all the way around the earth. It is not going to go up like that. Even here, it's a plane going this way. It can't go. This right here is gaining elevation. It's gaining elevation. You can't do that unless you have the required thrust to do that. So unless it adds the thrust or take away thrust, it's gonna stay level. Do you know what level is on the earth? You actually know what level is. And I know most flat earthers think level is just this. That's not true. Unless the ground is doing that, then that's what level is doing. But level is perpendicular to the pull of gravity. I'm not getting this out of a book. I'm not looking at the dictionary, but that's what level is. The reason the spirit level works is because of gravity. So if gravity pulls this way, level is that. If gravity pulls this way, level is that. So that's what actually level means. Perpendicular to the earth, or perpendicular to the pull of gravity. That's what level is. So a plane will stay level. You will have a leveler, and it will stay level on the plane because the plane is staying level to the earth. There's nothing wrong with the globe. There was something else I wanted to say too. Oh yeah, I have a question for you. This is the earth. Here's the globe. Here's the flat earth. Here's Polaris. We all know stars rotate around it. Here's the Southern Cross. Stars also rotate around this. We observe this. D Marble in our debate showed me a picture where a person was in the desert and took a picture, like a 360 picture of the star trails. You see the Southern Cross and Polaris in it. I'm trying to tell him you can't have that on flat Earth. Why? Because this is the flat Earth. That right there is Polaris. Everything rotates around Polaris. But where is the Southern Cross? It can't be here. And he telling me all the stars rotate around it here. But then what happens here? Is it if it's over here and all the stars rotate over here, then what happens over here? Or what happens at this point? What happens at this point? Because this is the north, this is the south. Where's the Southern Cross? The globe has a Southern Cross. In reality, we have a Southern Cross. Where's the Southern Cross?